your game. Excellent. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a movie that really affected you where somebody was left after somebody they loved died? Can you name that movie for me?
It's an Australian film called Ariel.
Okay, tell me what happened and have a seat.
In the movie, she's not a very popular girl. She doesn't have a lot of friends.
Okay.
So she writes to this random man in a phone book, and he actually ends up responding. He's from the U.S. and she's from Australia, and they end up being pen pals. And she finally raises up money, like way down the line. She has a kid, and like she goes and visits him, and it turns out he actually had a seizure and died in his apartment, and that's why she never got a reply back after he said he could come over and visit. And so, but then she realizes, like, as she looks like the roof of his apartment, he kept every letter that she ever wrote him. And
okay, that's a good choice. That's a really good choice. Okay, so I'm guessing that you know what the story of Orfeo and Euridice is, right? So this horrible moment that we have right before this aria, Orfeo has gone and done everything, passed all these trials, sung to the people of hell, and convinced them to let him go through so that he can retrieve his beloved who was killed by a snake bite, of all things. It's very appropriate, I guess, from hell. And so he goes to retrieve her, but the trick is he can't allow himself to look at her. They can't look at each other. And everything's going along fine for about 2 minutes until she starts to feel insecure because he's not looking at her. This is a big problem, right? So they go along, they're struggling, she's begging him to look at. This is a really big, and finally he can't take it anymore because she's just completely stricken and says she'd rather go back to hell than live like this because he won't even look at her. So he finally is like, no, honey, really? Oh, crap. And she dies again, but for real this time, right? So he's already suffered an enormous loss, but he did everything in his power and worked hard and gave his all to retrieve his love, and now he has lost her again, but for really, okay? So to say that we're at the point of absolute devastation is probably not quite putting the nail on the head, okay? It's really a big moment of utter loss. So in the best of circumstances, recitative is extraordinarily difficult to do. Okay, because recitative is sung, but it is supposed to sound like you're speaking the text, okay? So typically, we think of recitative as being somewhat free, but it also has to retain its structure. That's really important. Okay, that's also important for the pianist to be able to follow you and know. So you have to retain the rhythm of the phrases that you're singing, even if you stretch a little in between the phrases, so in the middle of the phrases, okay? So what I want to do, Ariel, is to start this recit again. And I want you to take much more time in your phrases, okay? Because what it sounds like right now, it sounds like we're just saying words. But as you can see, and if you can remember that movie for me, that horrible moment where she arrives and realizes that he's dead, that's this moment for you. I need you to go there for me, dramatically speaking, okay? So I want to start this again at the beginning of the recit, and I want you to take much more time, all right? And I want you to sit there, but sit up straight and be comfortable. But I want you to try to engage a little bit more dramatically with me, okay? And I want you to imagine this movie, all right? Can you show me on your face right now what you think that moment might look like on her face when she found out? Don't be self-conscious, okay? Don't worry about them. It's just you and me right here. Show me on your face what that might have felt like, what that might have looked like. That devastation. He's gone. She waited. She came all this way. She waited a long time. They conversed forever. And all of a sudden she arrives and finds out he is no longer there. That's better. That's better. We can go further in that direction. Okay? Think about that. Think about that movie for me as you sing through this. All right? Could we start Maestro, please?
Dove trascorse, dove
A little bit of nerves maybe, right? Okay. Can you mirror my face? Can you try it? All right, we're going to try and mirror my face. And we're going to start again from the beginning. Okay. And then whatever happens before each phrase, I want you to think about the words that you're going to sing. Because each one is different. Each feeling is different. Okay? Let's start again. Away by not giving them the story here. Many of you have heard me say I consider myself